Greetings, I'm Congressman Bruce Westerman from Arkansas's 4th Congressional District. I want to welcome everyone to the summit. Too bad we can't be in person doing this in live interaction, but this electronic technology is the best thing that we've got going right now. So again, welcome to the Utility Contractors Association. I want to thank you all for the great job that you do. I want to recognize your efforts during the pandemic. You know, a lot of people can't work remotely, and people doing construction work, doing utility work, those are areas where your job requires you to be there in person. And I know a lot of folks in your area got out and worked through the pandemic, and they're still growing strong. And we depend on you, and we thank you for that. You know, as we look at things that Congress is considering and how it affects your industry, I think of a few areas. The first one's water resources, and I say that because I'm the ranking member on the Water and Environment Subcommittee on the Transportation and Infrastructure Committee, and we just passed the WRDA bill out of committee and off of the House floor unanimously, which means we had a good coming together on something that should never be partisan on infrastructure, and we were able to get agreement on some very good wins for water infrastructure. We're going to be able to use the Harbor Maintenance Trust Fund to actually do maintenance on harbors. We're going to be able to use the Inland Waterways Trust Fund to improve our inland waterways. We got some cost reimbursement for doing things like repairing levees. And as I look specifically in my district, the work on the Arkansas River, the work on the Ouachita River, there's all some very good stuff in WRDA. I just hope the Senate will be able to take it up, pass the bill, and the President sign it into law. You know, some other areas that are very critical and they've been highlighted during the pandemic are the access to rural broadband. I'll be back in Arkansas tomorrow with Senator Bozeman. We'll be announcing a project through USDA, a $130 million project to deploy rural broadband in the Arkansas River Valley in my district. As more students are working from home, taking classes online, as people are working remotely, we've seen the dramatic need for high-speed broadband in all parts of the country. So this is exciting news. I think we're going to see more and more broadband development. Some of the policies we put in the 2018 Farm Bill are helping to fund this. That's actually what's funding the project in my district. But also through the CARES Act, I know the state of Arkansas has $100 million set aside for rural broadband. But we've got to give them some flexibility here in Congress, and I'm working hard to make sure that happens. Another thing, when you talk about construction and we look at our federal lands, we passed the Great American Outdoors Act, which is going to put money out there to do work on our national parks, on our U.S. Forest Service, to repair and fix infrastructure and to build new infrastructure. So some exciting things happening. You all are in a great industry. Again, thank you for letting me be a part of your summit, and I wish you the best and Godspeed.